Well, hello, Dr. Keith Johnson here. I'm so glad that you have joined me today. It's early in the morning. As a matter of fact, it's about 6:30 in the morning. I just got back from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm on my way now. I was here for a day, packed my bags back up, spent some time with my wife. Now I'm back heading out to actually New York to do a Living Wealthy seminar. But I wanted to talk to you today about something. You have absolutely no idea what you could achieve if you just set your mind to it. The made-up mind is an amazing dynamic to really producing what you really want in life. The made-up mind. When you make up your mind, I mean really, amazing potential can be released. Think about this. How did you get your car that you have right now? You made up your mind to go get it. How did you get your house that you have right now? You made up your mind that you wanted it. You see, when you make up your mind to achieve something, to go after something, you'll get it. But if you never make up your mind, guess what? You'll never really go after it. That became surreal to me this week while I was in Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee was a place where I made up my mind, where I had a major paradigm shift in my own life. It was quite amazing. A lot of people don't know this about me, but after I graduated from high school, now remember, I'm the guy that flunked kindergarten because my teacher told me that I was a slow learner. Okay? So I flunked kindergarten, and by the time I was in the 5th grade, I could barely read, I could barely write. Fortunately, the school noticed this and got me a tutor who helped me get through that tough season. But still, I really struggled at reading. I really struggled in writing. And I was fortunate enough that I made it all the way through high school. But I'm going to tell you what, I cheated my way through high school. I leveraged the one gift I did have, which was my good looks, and I made friends with really smart girls. And when it was time to take a test, guess who I sat next to? Yeah, you got it, the really smart girl. And I had an amazing way to take my eye off my paper and put it on theirs. And so when I came out of high school, I just, in my mind then, I thought, you know what, I'm stupid, I'm a slow learner because that's what the teacher taught me. And, going to a regular college, that's just not me. So I thought, I got to go somewhere, I got to go to school somewhere where I don't have to use my mind, I don't have to read books. And so I actually ended up getting a card in the mail from this college called Nashville Auto Diesel College. And I thought, I worked on my motorcycle a couple times. I, changed the spark plugs in my car. and I thought, well, hey, I'll go do this. I'll go be a mechanic on diesel and gas engines. So I actually left Fort Wayne, Indiana, went to Nashville, Tennessee, and I went to Nashville Auto Diesel College. And it was amazing when I got there. I thought it was all going to be hands-on. We're going to be working on these engines and stuff. But when I got there, I discovered real quick that I was going to have to actually get in the books, read, and learn about all the dynamics about how an engine works, about how accelerators work, about electricity. And there's a lot of actual learning that you have to go through to be a mechanic, especially with the cars that are coming out today. And to be honest with you, I thought, oh no, now I'm in trouble, because you got to realize I think I was 19 years old. I could barely read, barely write. Now they give us these big books and we have to read these books. And I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. But I remembered in my apartment sitting there, and I remembered back to Miss Alexander. Miss Alexander was my sophomore teacher. And most of the teachers, they give a test and they wouldn't pay attention. But this teacher, she would pay attention when she gave out a test. She'd walk up and down the aisles, and I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do? I can't cheat. Well, needless to say, the first 2 tests I failed, and Miss Alexander called me into her office, and she told me, she said, why are you flunking my test? And I said, well, Miss Alexander, I says, I'm a slow learner. I'm dumb. And Miss Alexander pointed at me and she said, young man, you are not dumb. You are a smart young boy. You just need to set your mind on the fact that you are going to do this. See, she said, you just need to make up your mind. You have potential in you, but the problem is that you're not unleashing it. And I thought, wow. And when she told me that, she said, I'm going to stay up on top of you and you're going to pass my class. And you know what? I made up my mind. She forced me. You see, potential's never unleashed until there's a demand placed on your potential. You have no idea what you could achieve. You have no idea. There's so much more. There just has to be a demand placed on your potential. It's inside of you. There's greatness inside of you. Someone's got to place a demand on it. Miss Alexander placed a demand on my potential. And you know what? It was amazing. I remember I got a B+ in English. Wow. And that was amazing. So when I went to this school, I thought, oh man, I got to start reading. And I remembered what Miss Alexander said. If I set my mind to something, I could do it. So that's where my journey started. I told myself in that little apartment with 3 other guys, we all lived together in this little apartment, and I set my mind. I said, man, I am going to study this thing. I'm going to learn about this, the dynamics of an engine and electricity and all that kind of thing. And you know what? I went through that whole year, and every test, book test that I took, I got an A on every single test that we took. And that boosted my confidence. I thought, wow, look, and see, when your potential is released, excitement, energy begins to come. Possibilities begin to come in your mind. And the only problem is I could pass the book work, but man, I was horrible with my hands. Man, I hated getting, hey man, I like manicured fingernails. Grease and manicured fingernails. I didn't like the dirt. So I chose a wrong path. But here's what it did do. It gave me the confidence to say, you know what? I can go to a regular college. I can go to a regular school. And that's exactly what I did. I left. I worked a little bit as a mechanic and knew that wasn't for me. And then I went to IUPU, in Indiana University, Purdue University. They combined a college together, and I went back to school and started to realize, wow, I can do this. So I just want to encourage you today that there's huge potential inside of you. And you look at where I'm at now, a guy that couldn't read, couldn't write, now I'm writing best-selling books that's touching people literally all over the world. I'm speaking to thousands and thousands of people every single year. And to think that I began thinking I was stupid. What are the belief systems in your mind that's stopping you? Trust me, there's so much potential inside of you. You just don't even have a clue. But you got to make up your mind. What do you want? Where are you going? And just determine, I'm going to do whatever it takes to unleash the potential that God has inside of me. You're a genius. You're powerful. You're unlimited. You're unstoppable. But the only thing that can stop you is you. The only thing that's stopping you is the small belief in yourself about what is possible for you. So that's what I learned this week going to Nashville, speaking to a bunch of children's church pastors and teachers. And if you're a teacher, I just want to let you know, you never know. You never know. See, there could be another Keith Johnson sitting in your class. If you're a preacher, you never know who's in your the possibilities of the people who's in your church. You could be pastoring the next Benny Hinn, next Joyce Myers, the next T.D. Jakes, the next Joel Osteen. And if you're here, remember this. God's not your cop. God is your coach. God is your greatest coach. And when other people may discount you, I'm here to tell you, God does not discount you. He's the inner coach saying, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Hey, if you've enjoyed this, would you just post below? Post that thought, I've made up my mind to unleash my potential. Say that right below, would you? Would you just post that for me? And please share this. Share this. You know people who, your kids, your family, who are stuck because they're stuck up here. But literally, once you get the brain out of prison, get your brain out of the mental prison that you're in, fabulous things can begin to happen for you. Hey, I got to go catch a flight, got to pack my bags. But I wanted to share this with you this morning. God bless you. Please share this with somebody. And let me know, if you're listening, let me know below. God bless.